Hello everyone, welcome to my stamp studio. I am Beth Maxwell, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here tonight with our Caring Leaves virtual card class. Now, I'm just looking off to the side a little bit because I just need to get to my Facebook page so I can make sure that I'm actually broadcasting. Okay, let's see. I probably should turn the volume off. Okay, there we go. Seeing that there. So how is everyone tonight? I am ready for the weekend. I don't know about all of you, but all day I just kept thinking, oh, it should be Friday. There. So how is everyone tonight? There we go. I hit the wrong key for mute. I really was hoping it was Friday. I've got so many things that I want to do and get done. I'm currently working on getting the marketing out for November 23rd. I'm going to be doing a Super Saturday event, and that Super Saturday event will be 3 different classes that you'll be able to select from. It will be in person, but if I have enough kits left over, I will offer that online. Well, shipped to you, so shipped to your house. Class in the mail, yeah. Okay, so we'll be doing a home decor. The home decor class has a soapbox holder, so a gift that you can give. You'll have a picture frame, and you'll be making 2 cards. That's one of the classes. The next class is shakers. So you'll be making shaker tags and cards. And then the third one is a little festive. It is with that little festive kit, and you'll be making some really cool projects with that. So I should have all my marketing done, my pictures taken by tonight. I am going to go stop out for pizza right after this because I'm really hungry, and I didn't go grocery shopping this week, so I don't have a lot of groceries in the house. I'm kind of disappointed at myself, and I'm just looking off to my side. There we go. Now I got the comments. Woo woo. Hi, Becky. Yeah, so just all sorts of fun, and I can't wait all I'm going to do all weekend is craft and do laundry. I got to get my summer clothes put away. I don't know about the rest of you, but yeah, I kind of was procrastinating on that. Plus having the hot flashes, I don't want to wear any of my winter sweaters. So I got to leave some shorts out. I've got to figure out like which capris I should leave out and, things like that, because yeah, when I get hot, oh my gosh, I cannot wear a sweater. No, it will not work in my world. So I am going to flip down my camera so we can get started tonight, because like I said, I am hungry. I apologize if you hear my stomach growl. You might. But I'm going to flip down my camera, so if you get dizzy, please close your eyes, and I'll tell you when to look up. As soon as I can find my camera, there we go. Okay, it's not letting me click the button. There we go. Okay, don't look yet. Well, I just got that moved. I didn't actually have it in the right place. Okay, now you can look. All right, so tonight is our Caring Leaves virtual class. So we're going to be using the Caring Leaves stamp set and the So Sincere stamp set. I wanted to add a few more sentiments than what was here. I do have a card that I do need to send out. So I'm going to have to, you're in my hearts and prayers, as I actually have to make about 4 cards. So I'll be using that sentiment. All right. Vitamin E. I'll have to try that. I'm willing to try just about anything at this point, because yeah, I feel like Frosty the Snowman when he walks into the greenhouse. I'm just saying. It's not a good feeling. All right, so you can get tonight's class for free when you place a $35 or more order in my online store, and that is before shipping, handling, and tax. You need to use this host code. So I've had some people be placing orders without putting in that host code. I cannot call Stampin' Up! To change that. You would have to do that. Make sure you use the host code. I will put the link in the description of this video. I'll put it in the comments. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, it will be in the description as well. And I'll list all the supplies I've used. In fact, I've actually created that list already. I know, I'm kind of on the ball today. And I've actually made the list. So I will post all those. This list will actually be a download that you can do from my website. So right after the video, I'll get this uploaded to YouTube. I'll post this on my website and you'll be able to check it all out. And what's cool about going to the website is if you just click on the picture or the link, it takes you right to my online store. It puts the host code in for you and you're all set. Also, don't forget that Stampin' Up! Right now is having their seasonal sale. And I gotta tell you, it's pretty fabulous because almost everything that we're using tonight is on sale. Okay, the stamp set's not, the designer series paper's not, and the ribbon's not. But all the stamp pads, all the cardstock is on sale. Stock up. I know you've been creating your Christmas cards, so stock back up on your cardstock. All right, don't miss out on this sale. And yeah, so it is actually, I love when Stampin' Up! Has these specials because that is actually when I stock up on everything too. I not only get the sales price that you all get, but I get an additional discount based on my my current status level that I am as a demonstrator. So, yep, make sure you go and do that. You don't want to miss out. Now, the seasonal sale only goes until tomorrow. All right, so you have to have your orders in by 11:59 Mountain Time. Now, my host code will be open until Monday. So you have over the weekend to check things out. But if you want something on the seasonal sale, do it tonight or tomorrow because it ends tomorrow night. All right. So hello, Beth. Hello, Amy. Hello, Helen. And we have Ann there. And who is Becky? Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm so glad you're here. So I had to take a break from Christmas cards. I just did. I just needed a little bit of a break. I've been doing so much Christmas that I just need to do something a little different. I do want to share with you one thing that I will be doing. This is going to be my December 1st class. It's going to be probably about a 3 or 4 hour class, but we'll be making a recipe book and that you just bring your recipes and we'll be putting them inside this book. I'm going to also be doing a Christmas one for a cookie exchange cookbook. So really, really great. We'll be walking through how to make everything, how to cut everything. Everything that you need to know will be in a tutorial, but I'll also walk you through step by step. I'll be there to answer any questions that you have. I'm not going to be offering this online. I'm not going to be offering this as class to go. This is an in-person event only. So if you're local, you're going to definitely want to check it out, especially if you do cookie exchanges, because you could tell all your friends that you do your cookie exchange with, hey, bring me your recipe, and then you can put it right in your little book. Yeah. And then tell them next time you need to like connect with me and go to one of Beth's classes because they're pretty cool. Just saying. I have a lot of fun designing them. I've been getting a lot of feedback from people on what they like and, you know, how they want the classes to go. Yeah, so I really do listen to everything that you tell me. So please feel free to share what you think and any ideas that you may have or want to see. Please let me know. I'm more than happy to try it out. All right. So again, I'll be putting this link in the description, in the comments, so you'll all have it. Let's get started on our class tonight. Oh, I did forget to add one thing to a list. Oh, I guess I'll have to do this. We're going to be using the Leaf Fall embossing folder. Now, if you don't have this one, hey, you can get it from my online store. Or you can use any other ones that you have. So, like, another great one would be the Changing Leaves. So that is this one. That would be a great background, too. But, you know, you can really use any embossing folder that you have. But we're going to be featuring this one. All right. Let's go ahead. I got a couple other things. If your order tonight is over $50, I'm going to be gifting you not only with your six card kits, but I'm going to be gifting you the adhesive back speckled dots. All right. So that's if your order is $50 or more before shipping, handling, and tax. All right. Let's get started on our first card. And all the supplies that you will need are going to be cut and prepped for you. You'll get 2 of each of these designs. So I'm doing 3 cards tonight. You get 2 of each design. The only thing, actually, yeah, I don't have any, since we're not using a bundle tonight, everything else will be done for you. So all you need is your stamps, ink, and adhesive. All right, so I've got my basic beige here. I haven't been using this color a whole lot, but I don't know, I got tired of using crumb cake, and so I wanted something a little different. To me, it has like a little, I don't know, like a greenish tinge. I don't know. So, I don't know. I just don't often use it. You'll have a piece of Very Vanilla 4 by 5 1/4. We're going to go ahead and emboss this right away. And let me just get my embossing folder. Here we go. And my base plate. Here we go. And my embossing machine. Now, I'm bringing out the big boy. So you do need to have the big boy when you're using this embossing folder, because you need a platform that's wide enough for you to send your folder through. So let me just get this out. And we'll open this up. So your base plate goes down first. Then you have your embossing folder. When you put your embossing folder, make sure that the hinge side goes into the machine. Now on this one, I just want part of my card embossed. So I just need to lay it in there. I'll show you in just a moment. I just have to look at it while I'm doing this. I think this will work. Let me see. Yeah, okay, I'm almost there. Hang on, ladies and gents. All right. So I only want my right-hand side and my bottom embossed. So I'm just layering in my cardstock between that folder there. And I'll run this through really quick. Now we'll be using this again in another card. I just want to show you this. Now, the reason I'm not using any of the cutting plates is this is a 3D embossing folder. And what does that mean? It just simply means that it's a very deep embossing. All right. It just makes everything pop out a little bit more, so you can kind of see that. All right. One of the other fun things, I do just want to share this with you really quick. I'm going to do it in Cajun Craze. This is one of those fun things that I like to do a lot. I'll take my stamp pad here, and you can take a brayer, or you can just use your stamp pad. And I'm going to just simply, I gotta see what side I want here. Yeah, we'll do this side. And then I'll show you it on the other side too. So I'm gonna make a mess on my little thing here. All right, so I'm gonna put this one through, just like this. Sorry, I forgot to get rid of the phone out of the room. Let me just turn off that ringer. All right. I mean, to my family, they know that I do my lives every Thursday night. And they always call during my lives. All right. So I'm just going to run this through really quick. Now, depending on what side. Yeah, it is a different tone, isn't it? Depending on what side you put your ink on will depend on where it appears. All right. So here we go. So you see that it's really dark, so it showed some of that excess. So now I'm going to show you on this side what it will look like. So I'm just going to go ahead and flip this around. So now I'm going to ink the side that has... Now normally when you have a full pattern, you don't have to worry about that extra ink. But now I'm going to the side that has my little Stampin' Up! Logo. And I'm just going to grab another piece here. And we'll plop this in. Just like that. And we'll run this through really quick. It's a good thing that the other piece I'm going to be embossing later is Cajun Craze, so I might get a little ink on it. I'm not going to run it and go get this clean right now. All right. So now when I open it, oh, it just made a mess. So, but you know what? If it makes a mess like that, just take your blending brush and just add a little more ink. Okay. We're going to grab a scrap piece of paper. In fact, I'm going to grab my little flyer here. Just grab this, and I can add I can add more. All right. I just really wanted to show you what it would look like when you emboss it. Now this one is, like I said, a little harder to use, but when you have a embossing folder that's a full sheet, you can actually get a really nice design on there. Just don't over ink it like I did. All right. Anyways, back to our regularly scheduled program. Let's move this. I'm just gonna toss that. I do want to get this cleaned up a little bit because it's going to make a mess on my other card, on my other thing here. Hopefully this is wet enough to get this cleaned off. Nope, not. All right. Well, we're just going to leave this as a hot mess, and we'll come back to it afterwards, and we'll just have some extra ink on my project later. Oh, well. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to come back to that. Put this somewhere. I don't get it all over my projects for right now. Get it all over my hands. Okay. So anyways, I've got my little emboss piece. Now, I will emboss that for you when I send a kit. So that will be done for you, so you don't have to worry about it. And this is going to go... Oh, wrong card. Wrong card. I did this for the wrong card. Hang on. I got my piles got mixed up here. That's what happened. All right. I see what happened. My other sheet got pulled in and it wasn't supposed to be. All right. We're going to go back to the original card I was planning. So I have a piece of basic beige here. 8.5 by 5.5. Just simply fold it in half. I've got a strip of the Designer Series paper. Now, this Designer Series paper is so cute. It's so sweet. It's called Sweet Days of Autumn. And you have some trees here. On the other side, you have these little critters that are adorable. Let me show you how adorable they are. Look at this cute little card. Isn't this freaking cute? And I just cut out the little critters. Okay, sorry. I just had to share that one with you because it was so cute. All right, and then we've got the trees like we just had here. It's got a little, I want to say it's like pecan and petal pink. I know, my favorite color, right? And then we've got these little arrow ones. I'll show you an alternate card of the same thing that we're going to make right now in just a few minutes. And then we've got this fun green pattern too. Old Olive. All right. So that Designer Series paper is our normal, $12.50. No, it's not on sale. Okay. So now this piece here needs to be 5.5 inches long, so I need to trim that one down. So when I go to cut these, your piece is going to be a little bit longer. It's just faster for me to cut if I'm just doing 2 by 6. Okay, so I've got that strip. Now I do need my embossing folder because this is what I was supposed to emboss in the first place. So let's just bring in that hot mess. You know what? I'm going to go rinse it really quick. Okay, sorry about that. I just went to the sink and rinsed it. I didn't want to have all that extra ink on this. All right, so I'm just going to put it in here. This time, I'm going to try to get as much of the pattern on there as I can. So I think if I just put it right here, that's quite a bit. I'm going to be hiding that corner anyways, so I'm okay with it not quite being all the way down. Yeah, let's just leave it right there. So we'll run it through the embossing machine. Again, my hinge side is going into the machine. Yeah, I found I've been using Petal Pink more than I've been using Basic Beige, which is, kind of hard because, as many of you know, Petal Pink is not one of my top 10s. But, hey, I do use it because I know there's so many of you that like it. All right, so now we're simply going to just be adhering this right on here. I'm going to actually take, I did it opposite. Okay, that's all right. We can work with this. It was supposed to be this corner. But that's okay. We'll work with this corner. We'll tie our bow over here. It will not be a problem. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to adhere my handy dandy little strip down. Maybe. I'm almost out of adhesive here. I may end up having to refill it. All right, so I've got that there. This one's just going to be adhered down because it's got that deep embossing. I am going to use my liquid glue, but before I do, look, I remembered this time. I'm going to tie my ribbon around. So I've got my caramel striped ribbon. Okay, it's pecan centered striped ribbon, but I like to call it caramel because it reminds me of caramel. Because, you know, that's just how I am. Let's get a scissors here and just snip that down. I'm going to tie, now, I'm not including the ribbon, so you have to have your own ribbon. Sorry, just not happening with this one. All right, so I'm going to tie a little knot. I'm not going to even worry about a bow, just tying a little. Maybe I'm tying a little knot. Okay, now I'm tying a little knot. All right, we're going to trim this down. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and I think I may just take some dimensionals on here. I was just going to glue it down, but I think we could use dimensionals. Okay, I'm just sliding that up just a tad. I don't want to use the mini ones, so we're going to use these. I do have another layer that we're going to be putting dimensionals on as well. So sometimes when you have multiple dimensional layers, sometimes, depending on what your other embellishments are, you need to add that extra postage to send it out. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to slide my bow just down a little bit further, kind of hiding that blank spot. All right, so here we go. All right, so now I've got this handy dandy, very vanilla, stylish shape die cut piece. So we're going to be stamping on that. Let's pull in our scrap again. And I'm going to be using, ooh, my little stones popped out of my glue holder. I'm going to be using my Early Espresso, Old Olive, and Cajun Craze. So I'm going to start, though, with my Early Espresso, my Old Olive. Ooh, get my colors right. All right, and my stamp. So I'm going to take this fun little leaf here and make sure it's not inked. Okay, I'm going to get my... Oh, you know, before I do that one, let's get our sentiment in there because I want to make sure that I'm not going to cover my sentiment. So I'm going to use the You're Simply the Best. Actually, we're going to be taking the sentiment right from this stamp set. Throw it on there. We'll stamp it with Early Espresso. I'm just going to put it right in the center. You're simply the best. All right, we'll leave that open because we'll need that. We're going to take our Old Olive here, and we're going to stamp one leaf here. And one leaf over here. All right. Now, on my original sample, I stamped again with my same color, but I don't want to do that on this one. I'm going to change it up a little bit. And so I'm looking through my block right now, just kind of lining those up. Now, it's not going to line up perfectly, so don't stress out that it doesn't line up perfectly. It won't. All right. There we go. So I've got that done. I can go ahead now and close my Old Olive. We're going to clean our stamp here. And then I'm going to pull in my Early Espresso. And where's my little chunk of Very Vanilla? Hold on while I grab it out. So you'll have this little extra square of Very Vanilla in your envelope. So all the cards, when I put them together for a class, what I tend to do is I actually take, all the pieces that you need and I put them into one envelope, including that second envelope. So you'll have it all right there. Okay, I'm going to take my Cajun Craze. I'm just going to stamp it on here. Now you're going to have a big enough piece that you can stamp multiple ones. So you'll get one piece this size. And then we'll come back in with our early espresso. And since I'm not right above my stamp, I may not get this lined up, but I'm going to do my best. There we go. Not bad. And we're going to fussy cut out that little leaf. Nope, there are no dies for this set, so yep, you'll have to do a little fussy cutting. It's not bad. It really isn't. All right. So I have found, though, I need to be a little patient and let my early espresso dry before I start handling my paper. Otherwise, you can smear it and get it all over yourself. Just saying. It happens. That way we know you've been busy having fun, but it's not always great when you get it on your piece of art after you're done. All right, so I just need to... Now, I'm only making one of each card. You don't need to watch me make two of the same thing. And feel free to make them just as I do, or, change it up. Let your creativity take over and have fun. Doing something creative, releases endorphins and just, I don't know, it gets rid of headaches, and not all the time, not for all people, but I'm just saying, for me, it gets rid of my headache. It gets rid of my stress. It really does make a world of difference. Okay, and so then just decide which way you want your leaf. I think we're going to just change it up and put it that way. I'm going to adhere this with some dimensionals. I'm going to take a pick tool. And we'll just pick those up. Okay, so I know last year around this time I said, okay, how many dimensional pieces can you pick up at a time? I've actually been able to pick up 7 or 8. Okay. All right. And we'll put this one on, and I'm not going to even I'll put a small dimensional right on this side. Right here. All right. I'll just take some of my liquid glue. Just kind of look where I'm putting that. I was going to put it this direction, right? I don't know. This way. Okay. I just had to look where I was putting my glue. All right. Put a little bit of glue there so it sticks to my little square, and my other little dimensional kind of keep it popped up there. All right. So that is our first card. Now, what you can do for the inside, I'm going to bring back in my early espresso. You don't even need another card layer in there. So I'm just going to simply stamp some leaves right through the bottom and all different directions. I don't even have to stamp the color in there. I've got something fun, and then I can just write whatever I need to in the card. All right, let's get our embellishments on, and this card is done. So again, I've got these little speckle guys. I don't know what they're called. They're called adhesive back speckled dots. Okay, so we've got, it looks like copper clay, beige, moody mauve, and old olive. So pick whichever ones you want to use. And again, you get these free if you place a $50 order using my host code. So take advantage of free. All right, I'm going to put one right here. And I'm going to put another one right here. Oh, we'll put another one here. And what the heck? Let's just go for gusto here. Let's put another one there, and then I think we'll need one more somewhere. We'll just go right there. All right, go for gusto. I put on 5 today. I'm going wild. All right, so let me show you my inspiration. Now, this is actually one we did for club. So that is just changing it up, just changing what cardstock you're using, but same exact design. Yeah, just a little bit of fun, right? Changing your bow in a different direction. So even if you do a boo-boo, you can still fix it and no one will know. All right, so that's our first card. If you want to see the inside of this one, I actually did stamp some color in there. All right, card 1. Next, we have card number 2, which I do need this for. So this was card number 2. I have a piece of I'm not going to need this because I already did that for you. All right. So you'll have your embossed piece already done. My Cajun Craze, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25 or folded in half. We're going to go ahead and just put this right down on the inside of our card right away. And yeah, I'm using liquid glue because I've got all that nooks and cranny going on. All right, so there we go. Center it. Just give it a good press. All right. Get your little extra glue out of the way. We'll need our glue still there. All right, now for the front of the card, I'm going to actually just fold this in half. You can cut it off or you can just fold it in half. Fold it right to that score line. If I can get it there. There we go. Take your bone folder. Where did I throw mine? And just press it down. Now I'm working on a surface that has a matting, so it doesn't always go nice and flat. All right, and then you can just actually take your adhesive here and just put it in there so it's nice and flat. All right. So again, you can cut that off or you can just fold it under. All right, so now we've got a Very Vanilla and an Old Olive circle die cut from the Stylish Shapes. We're going to be making a little sandwich there, so we're going to be putting that there. So when you open your card, you're going to have another little space for writing. All right. Should have probably adhered that better, but I did not. Let's see if I can get a little bit of liquid glue in there. All right. Before I adhere those circles, I need to do some stamping. I need to do, put my Designer Series paper on. So I've got a piece of Designer Series paper that is I want to say 2.5, but I think it might be 2.25. Oh, it's only 2 inches. Okay, 2 inches wide. And that goes right on that front flap. Now this is 2 1/8, so this piece is, I actually just have it at 5.25 by 2. All right, so let's go ahead and you can turn, if you want, you can use the other little animal side. It's going to be kind of covered, so, you know, I'm just going to do my little tree side. So let's put adhesive down here. All right. Now, if they would have an adhesive sale, you know, I think I'm going to have to offer an adhesive sale in December. Because, you know what, we all need adhesive, right? And especially after the holidays, we're kind of low on all of our stuff. Yep, I'm going to do an adhesive sale in December. All right. Okay, so we're going to just be doing this next. But before I do that, I do really want to do my stamping on here. So I'm going to grab my sentiment set here. And because I'm going to be putting a lot of leaves on here, and I don't know what I did with all my leaves that I cut some out ahead of time so I wouldn't have to fussy cut them while you're all watching. And I think I dropped them. I don't know. Oh, they're there. I found them. Never mind. They're done a little bit different, but okay. All right, so this one, I'm going to be putting a whole bunch of leaves like over here. So I just got to keep my sentiment a little smaller. I'm going to do You're in My Heart and Prayers. Yeah, I think I like that one. A friend is going through some challenges right now, so I think she just needs a little happy. She was asking for some prayers, so my friend is actually my partner in crime. I do a lot of classes and stuff with, so Miss Sherry's not feeling her best, so if she pops in, she's going to see the card I'm sending her in the mail. So Sherry, close your eyes. All right. Maybe I'll change it up and surprise her. I might just have to do that. All right, so there's that. Let's go ahead and clean that off. And then I'm going to simply grab, we're going to stamp a couple of these. Now, this is your scrap here that you have in your kit for your stamping. Oh, these are for the other card, so I'll have to cut these out. Sorry. All right. I'm going to grab an Old Olive stamp pad here. And for grins and giggles, now when you're using vanilla, your colors look a little different, so keep that in mind. All right, so we'll stamp a darker one, and we'll stamp it off, so I have a little bit lighter one, so I have a little bit of flexibility on what I want to choose. This still has early espresso on it, so let's get that clean. All right, I'm going to come back in with my Old Olive, so I'm doing tone on tone. I'm going to look through my stamp and go ahead and stamp it. Again, look through. Okay, so I got that one done. Since I have this out, I'm going to do my other leaf, which is going to be Cajun Craze. So do those. Let's see. I need this. Now you can do this either way. Let me show you the other way. So by whatever image is going to be darkest, sometimes that's the easiest way to stamp it. So stamp it there. This is a little harder, I think, to go on this one, but you can do it either way. For this particular one, the color I'm using, I feel that this is the way that works best for me. But play around with it, see how you like to do it. All right, so I'm stamping, so I'm just going to stamp 2 of everything because, hey, I got the cardstock there. I might as well stamp it, right? And then I'm ready to have another card. So a lot of times when I'm doing my stamping, I'll just cut some extra images. I'll stamp them. I'll throw them in a case. So I'll have my little handy dandy little case, and I'll just have my little extra pieces in here. A lot of times what I like to do is I actually like to take a clear envelope, slide them in the clear envelope, and have the clear envelope sticking to the inside of my case. That way they don't fall all over the place. It does, yeah. I was just reading Helen's comment. Okay, so now I'm going to close this one up because now I'm going to bring in my crushed curry. Now, if you're not a crushed curry fan, use a different yellow. Doesn't matter. You don't have to use yellow. You can use whatever color you want. So I'm going to go ahead and... that is not the stamp I want to use. So good thing I didn't stamp right away. I want to switch over and use the other leaf this time. Just because I have 2 different leaves in there, I might as well use 2, right? So... we'll just switch those 2 around. There we go. Move that out of the way. Bring my card base back here. All right, so I've got my crushed curry. Now, I did not re-ink the stamp pad yet, so this one's a little bit lighter. But again, when you're stamping on very vanilla, your color is going to look a little different. Okay, so I'm just going to look through. I just need to move this down so I can see it a little bit better. I don't have a lot of great lighting because I forgot to turn on my LED light there. And I'd have to walk over to the other side of the room to do it. So, we're already started on our video, so we'll just make do. All right. So yeah, you're going to have to watch me fussy cut a couple of things out because I don't know why I didn't stamp these ahead of time. I had planned to. I find it a lot easier to fussy cut when I'm cutting a smaller piece of paper. So I don't want that big point there. I'm going to round it. All right, cut that off. The next one, cut it over. Did my other one go? Okay, I only need 1, so we'll just do 1 of each. So plus the perk of, stamping an extra one is if you didn't like the way you stamped it, you have another one that too you can use. Okay, Beth, find your words. Don't lose them now. We're almost, halfway done here. All right, so what is everyone else doing this weekend? Like I said, I'm going to be doing laundry and crafting. Not that I enjoy doing laundry, but I really do need to do laundry. Got some baby blankets here that Grandma needs to get washed. Oh my gosh. So all week I've been doing a lot of Amazon shopping just because I had to get some gifts and things like that. I found the stinking cutest shoes ever. Oh my gosh. I'll have to take a picture and post it. So, you know, the kids always grow out of their little shoes so fast. And because they're just really learning to toddle around, wearing shoes is really hard for them. So, a friend of ours told me about these shoes. They're not really shoes. So they are socks with little rubber soles on the bottom of the sock. Oh my gosh, they're so freaking adorable. They're so cute that I couldn't decide which ones I wanted to get. So I got them 2 pair. I'll send one home and I'll keep one here. Because, you know, I know their dog will take off with one of their shoes. So at least I'll always have a pair here. But they're so cute. And what else did I get on Amazon? I bought the big padded envelopes for our classes that are coming up because I am sending out full packs of 12 by 12 DSP. So I had to get some envelopes for that. And let's see, I got my circle here, I got this here. So while I'm chatting away, I might as well just grab this and tie my bow. Let's see, what else did I shop for? I mean, all of a sudden today, everything came. Oh, I got a deck of cards for my friend. She needed a deck of cards, so I bought her a fun deck. And then, let's see, so I got the cards, the things. I got my son, bought his Christmas present. And I mean, he gets more than one thing, but, you know, I splurged. And when I splurged and got this thing, my husband goes, you know, we need one of those too. So I ended up having to buy 2. I don't know why I showed them, but I did. Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to adhere these 2 together. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to adhere this to my flap right here. So I'm only going to do half of my circle with my adhesive here. But I am going to put quite a bit on. All right, so I've got that right here. Now you can move it up higher, you can move it up lower, down lower. It's totally up to you. So now on this one, I'm going to just actually... I need to put some here, and I'll have to put some over. Okay, come on, roll here. All right, so because I have that flap there, I need to make sure that I really give it a good press. So I'm just going to line up my circle and really press that down. Okay. All right. I mean, there'll be a little bit of a ridge in there. So if you wanted to write something on there first or stamp something, do it before you adhere it. All right, so now we're going to bring in our little leaves here. So I'm doing one of each color and, you know, kind of whatever. I'm doing I'm moving my colors because I've got that Cajun Craze here and the Old Olive here. So I just switched my leaves around. I'm going to adhere them down just with some liquid glue. And then I'm just going to put my bow on top. All right, so I've got this one here. I'm not really being particular where I'm placing it. I'm just placing it. This one here. All right, and then we'll get this one. Again, I'm really just putting adhesive on the bottom portion of my leaves. I'll put that right here. And then my bow is going to go right in here. Okay. So it kind of covers up that gap that's right there. So I do need to grab a mini glue dot here. Mini glue dots are your friends when you're trying to attach a bow. I have not been very successful using liquid glue to do that. Some people can. I don't. I don't have the patience to wait for it to dry. So I like using the mini glue dots. All right, so there we go. All right, it's going to be where it's going to be because that's where it's stuck. Okay, let's get our embellishments in. Oh, not the right ones. Now, if you're not a fan of the speckle embellishments, these are some really fun ones too. These are the faux glass dots. I haven't checked to see if these were available recently. because I was using these. All right, so let's go ahead and grab our putty end of our Take-A-Pick tool. So I'm just putting my putty kind of back on. I need to clean that. So I'll just squeeze out a little bit more there, and I'm just going to start randomly plopping them down. So let's see. I can take a dark one over here. Oh, we'll put it there. And then I'll take a lighter one over here. And we'll grab a, let's see. I'm going to grab a larger green one for over here somewhere. Right there. All right. And we'll grab a small one over here. We'll grab another large one over here. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Just making sure I had an odd number. All right, so that is your handy dandy card. So that's card number 2. All right, our third and final card is a little bit more stepped up. I am doing a fun fold with you. So what I have is a piece of Petal Pink. It is 5.5 by 11, so it's a little bit larger. From that extra piece that you have, you'll have you'll need to cut a 1-inch strip. So this is what you'll have in your kit. I will be doing one of the score lines for you, only so I can fit it in the envelope. All right. So let's go ahead and bring our trimmer in here. Now, if you'd rather use your Simply Score tool, use that. I have a tendency to use that when I'm doing all of my 3D like boxes and stuff like that. I don't always use it when I do my cards. Okay, so now I'm going to score this on the 11. My 11-inch side. I guess I must be boring myself. I hope I'm not boring all of you. All right, so I'm going to move this out of the way. Just put that right there for right now so I can be in frame a little bit. Okay, so my first score is going to be at 1 1/4. Move my trimmer, my cutting side out. All right. I'm not pressing down super hard. I'm going back and forth. I have found if you go back and forth, you prevent your paper from tearing. Now, cardstock usually doesn't tear, but designer series paper will. So just go back and forth multiple times versus pressing it really hard. So now we're going to go to the 4-inch mark. Again, do that. And now we're going to go to 6 3/4. So that is our scoring. No, it doesn't seem right. Okay, so right here is your normal 4 1/4 by 5 size. So we're gonna fold this in this way. Grab our bone folder, give it a good press. We're gonna fold this one back. Do I have this reversed? Hold on, let me look. I do. I have it reversed. Okay, so I want this one to go this way, this one to go this way, this one to go this way, and this front one comes back. All right, just a fun little fancy fold here. Fun fold, fancy fold, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to decorate this with some designer series paper now. So I've got several pieces. So you will have yours all cut up for you in your envelope. It'll be just like this. Now, this piece right here, this larger piece of white, is what you're going to be doing your stamping on, and you're going to be fussy cutting out some more leaves. I know. It's okay, though. Again, it's pretty easy to do. So I've got a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 inch designer series paper. And the reason I went with Petal Pink is because Petal Pink is in the paper. Otherwise, I would have definitely used a different color. But I wanted a very light color for this card. All right. I have a strip here of basic white that is 2.5 by 5 1/4. This is what I'll stamp my sentiment on and leave whatever note I want on. So I'm going to put this off to the side for right now. And then we'll come back and do some stamping. I have another strip of designer series paper. This measures 2.5 by 5 1/4. You can choose whichever side you want to use. I really felt like the Cajun Craze was more the color I wanted to go with. I don't know. I have a hard time with the green with that. This would actually be okay with the basic beige. it would probably actually look pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and just put my adhesive on this. All right. And you can have your little, I don't know, if they're trees or what, arrows or whatever, go whichever direction floats your boat. All right, so I got that right there. All right, now our third layer here is just another strip of paper. So it's 1 inch by 5 1/4. So again, all those will be cut and in your kit. Now your paper may vary depending on how many kits I'm preparing. So just, you know, if it's not exactly what you're seeing here in the video, it's just because, you know, paper varies. Okay, and depending on what part of the designer paper you get. All right, okay, so that is our base of our card right now. Let's go ahead and we're going to do our stamping. So I'm going to first grab, oh, you have 2 decal circles. So this is Early Espresso, this is Basic White. They're simply going to be layering together. This is going to be part of our belly band, okay? So let's stamp our inside, get that adhered, and then we'll make our belly band. So on here, I'm just going to go ahead and take, you know what, we'll just take this sleeve since we have this sleeve out right here. I'm going to clean it. All right. And let's see what kind of sentiment I want to put. So on this one, you know what, I'm just going to keep going with You're in My Hearts and Prayers. Just again, because I have to send those kind of cards out right now. You can choose any sentiment that you want from this set or a set, you know, a sentiment set that you have. Thanks, Darlene. And then you also have these 2 right here. So the faux glass dots are in stock. I do like them. They're pretty. They look like glass, kind of. Okay. So anyways, let's go ahead and grab this. We'll stamp this on the front of our circle. And then we're going to stamp Hope You're Feeling Better Soon on the inside. Okay, so I've got that one out. And I just need my Hope You're Feeling Better Soon. I hate trying to read these upside down, backwards. Here it is. All right. Okay, so I really do like Early Espresso for my sentiments. I don't know why. I just do. Like I don't always use, I don't know. I don't always use black. I like to use my Early Espresso and my Basic Gray. Okay, Hope You're Feeling Better Soon. Right, so I've got that. Oh, I didn't stamp that very straight, did I? Let's just flip it over. Hope you're feeling better soon. Oh, that's even worse. Okay, we'll go back to our original side. Okay, so kind of to distract that, we're going to stamp some leaves. So let's get out our scrap paper again. Scrap paper, where are you? Okay. And I am just going to put just a couple little leaves on here. So I'll put one here. And you know what? I'm just going to put 2. All right. And let's see. So we have our Cajun Craze there. Let's go ahead and, you know what? We'll stamp Cajun Craze. Okay. So we'll grab our other little leaf that we had here. I know I didn't clean the yellow off, so I'm going to stamp it a couple times there. All right. I'm going to look through my block and just stamp my image. It's over here. Stamp your image. All right. So that is our inside. It will coordinate with the outside because, you know, I got to do that. All right. I'm just looking for my cleaner here because I don't want to have my dirty stamps, my dirty stamps hit my nice clean paper. I do that all the time. Does anyone else do that? Oh, I just need my ink on my stamp. I won't clean it right away. I'll get back to it. Yep. See what happens. Okay, so updates on missing dies and stamps. I still have not found that stamp from that brand new Peaceful Evergreen set. Yep. Don't know where it went. I have a feeling it got stuck to something and I threw it away. My Sweetest Stars punch. Yep, gone too. I have a feeling I left it in Michigan when I was in Michigan. Kind of mad at myself about that, but it is what it is. Okay, so let's get started on making our belly band. So you're going to end up trimming this piece down a little bit. It's way longer than you need. So you probably just need it down to 10 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and just slightly folding this over. I'm not putting a really big crease in it. I'm not making it tight because I do want to make sure I can slide it on and off. So yeah, it'll slide. So now see how I have all that extra? I don't need all that extra, so I'm going to cut some of it off. Now, most of it's going to be hidden. So if it's not cut straight, don't worry. It's okay. No one will see it. All right. So now we're going to adhere those two together. So let's just take, you want to use some really strong tape. Now I don't have my Seal Plus up here. I took it downstairs. So I would recommend Seal Plus, tear and tape, liquid glue. Got a little bit of glue on that. Just rub it off. Because you don't want this to fall apart. All right. So I'm just lining up those two sides. I know that that's not cut straight, but as long as this slides, you're golden. All right. So now I can actually adhere my Early Espresso Deco Circle right to that. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it right along here. I'm going to turn that because it didn't really roll nicely. Okay. It's a pretty wide circle, so I'm just going to center it right on there. All right. Now we'll do some more stamping. So we're going to take, you're in my thoughts and prayers, hearts and prayers. You're in my heart and prayers, well, whatever. And I'm going to stamp that off to the right, kind of in the center right there, just like that. Okay. I'll leave that open, but I need to clean this off. Yeah, let's put my scissors away. Okay, just about at an hour. So I didn't start stamping right away, so okay. And these I kind of have already done. I'm going to go back to my other leaf. Just because I don't know. I dig that leaf. I don't need that. So let's put these back on. I'm going to take this one, we'll put that there, this one, we'll put this here, and I got that one, this one. Okay. Alrighty, so now let's stamp our leaves. So we're going to need 5 leaves. I'm going to stamp 6 because I kind of smudged that one. So, and that way if I make a mistake, I can always come back and do it again. All right, so let's go with Cajun Craze. Now I'm going to mix and match this a little bit. So yeah, I could probably just do it right on there. I'm going to ink this up. Get it inked really good. And I'll look through and line that up. And then I'm going to come over here and stamp again. So I have just a shade lighter. It kind of reminds me of Petal Pink. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to stamp one more of the Cajun Craze here. Again, stamping it like way far away and sideways, not a good idea. But it is what it is. Okay. So I've got that one done. That is not my cleaner. I'm going to bring back in my Old Olive. Just going to flip my little chamois over, make sure that's clean. Now, oh, there's my other sentiment. I was like, I lost another stamp. It's right there. All right. Okay, close this. Grab Old Olive. Again, I'm going to do 2 dark, 1 light. All right, I'm going to do it the correct way this time. That's not correct or wrong, but we'll see how well I do. I'm kind of mixed at if I like the darker leaf or the lighter leaf. I like both. All right, so there we go. Now, by the magic of TV, I already have some of these already done. So I've got 3 of those and 3 of those. I actually am going to, I like how this one's stamped better, so I am going to cut that one out. And you decide if you want 3 of the Cajun Craze or 3 of a different color. Your choice, your card. You get to do whatever it is you would like. All right. Since I've got the other one's all stamped, it's just this one I need to cut out. All right. Okay, and I am just going to cut off my stem. Doop. No stems on this one. All right, I'm going to bring in my little circle here. And now I'm just going to start layering my leaves whatever way I want. So I'm going to have that one there. I'm going to have this one tucked in over here. And I have this one right here. Okay. You can put your green in there. You can really do it however you want. Okay. I kind of, no, I don't want to do that. Let's see. I'm going to just reverse what I did. So I put my green here, my beige, my light one here, my dark one here, and my dark one here. I felt like I needed to like kind of split that up, and it's not split up here. Hold please while I rearrange. Rearrange till you find the pattern or design that you like. There we go. All right. I kind of like that now. Alrighty. Okay, so a lot of times what I'll do is I'll actually take a picture of when I have it laid out with my camera so that when I go back to do it, I know which way I've put it on. Now, with my leaves here, I'm going to curl up the sides. So when I put this down, I'm only going to put liquid glue kind of like on the spine. So here we go. Here's our first one. And that's this one that goes underneath. Okay. Now I should probably layer that there, make sure I'm not going too far over. And I've got my one I'm going to pop up on dimensionals. Let's see, where are my dimensionals? And I'm actually not even going to use ribbon on this card. I know, shocking, but I'm not. All right, this is my dark one? Yep. Okay. So again, I didn't curl up those leaves, so I can curl them up afterwards. Just want to give it a little bit of dimension there. All right, so I need dimensional there, dimensional here. We'll pop that one down. Go ahead and curl up my leaves a little bit. Kind of just squeeze them up. And we're going to put this one right on the spine again. Curl our leaves up a little bit. Just slide that underneath. All right. And then our final one here, again, I'm just going to kind of curl it up a little bit. And just slide it right there. Okay. All right. So now we're going to put that right on the front of our card. There we go. And let's just grab some liquid glue. All right. I love doing belly bands. It just adds another, I don't know, dimension. It just adds another little wow factor to your card. They're a lot of fun to do. And, you know, it's a cute little present afterwards. Okay, so we're going to slide that back on. We're going to add our little embellishments. And we are done for this evening. Can you believe it? All right. So So let's go ahead and I'm just going to add, maybe I'm just going to add just a couple. I'm not going to do as many as I normally do here. So let's go ahead. I'm going to add these Moody Mauve ones this time. So I'm going to put one right here. And put one right here. And then I'll take another large one and put it up here. Okay. So that is our third card. So let me go ahead and grab our other two cards. Now, these are the cards that you will get. You'll get all the supplies to make your cards. And I will send it. Everything will be cut and die cut for you. It'll be assembled in the envelopes and labels so that you can come back and watch the video. I'll also put the YouTube link on there as well. So in your handy dandy little bag, you'll be able to find your videos so you can rewatch it if you need to. All right, and if you don't have the stamp set, use another stamp set that you have. Autumn Leaves. That's a great one. I think maybe that's on clearance. Not sure. But, yeah. So I hope you have a great weekend. Whatever you're doing, I hope you have a lot of fun. I hope you spend it with the people that love you and appreciate you. And I look forward to seeing what ideas you have. And again, don't forget, it is, the sale this week. It only goes till tomorrow night. So if you want to get your cardstock at a discounted price, your ink. So if you're missing inks, even the refills. Oh, and blends. Oh my gosh, can't forget the blends. Those are all on sale as well. So check it out. I'll put the link in right when I end the video so that you can go over to my online store, check out what's there. Look for the seasonal sale. Now, the link that I have will take you to that page. It'll automatically put in the host code so that way you can find it faster. And yeah, if you put your order of $35 or more, I'm going to send you 6 card kits, 2 of each card, and you will have lots of fun. So take care. Love you all, and thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Bye. Okay, maybe I can't end it. Hold on. I'm going to stay here for a little bit because my internet just went down. Okay, now I can end.